welcome to the channel. You saw the thumbnail, so you know we're talking budgets. So whether you're making $12, $15, or even $20 an hour, this budget I'm going to walk you through can work for you. So let's check it out. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to focus on $12 an hour, but I'm also going to highlight what a budget would look like at $15 and at $20 an hour. But for the most part, I'm going to just talk about someone earning $12 an hour and how they could budget, and you'll see that populated in this section here. So you can just follow the red box. It should help you stay attached to what we're talking about. All right, so someone earning $12 an hour, it's about $2,000 a month or $24,000 a year. And I'm using a tax calculation of 20%. And that's from a pay stub. So I'll show you in the next slide how we can calculate that amount. But basically 20% tax, that's the government cut. They take $420 out of their check every month, which leaves you with $1,600 net, which is about $19,000, almost $20,000 a year. And this is how we get to that 20%. So if you pull up your pay stub, it's just a little fast math. We're gonna take the total tax. So look for this section of your pay stub and pull in that total tax amount, $193.66 in this example right there. Then we're gonna need the gross pay. In this example, this person earns $960. So we take that 193 divided by 960, and you'll get 0.2. And if you remember how to turn decimals into fractions, you really just need to move this decimal over two places. So 1, 2, which equals 20 or 20%. Another way is just to take that decimal and multiply it times 100, and you'll get 20%. So that's the tax rate we're gonna use. And this is right off your pay stub. And yours could be a little more, a little less, but this is what we're gonna use for this example. All right, so back to the example. Tax rate 20%. $400 come out of your check every month for taxes. So your take home pay, your net pay, a little over $1,600 a month. So this budgeting method is about paying yourself first. And the goal is to pay yourself in the form of savings, at least as much as the government takes. So they take 20%, $400, you're gonna pay yourself 20%, $400. You take that off the top. So this is your net pay after you save your cut. You have $1,200 a month to spend on everyone else. And here's the breakdown. And it's all done by percentages. Your rent, your bills, transportation, food, entertainment. We're gonna walk through this in a little more detail. But I'll just start at the top. So taxes of 20%. When you do that calculation and you grab your pay stub and figure out what your tax rate is, if it's higher than 20%, check out one of my other videos. I have another video on adjusting your W-4, because if you normally get a large refund and they're taking more than 20% out of your check every month, they're really taking way too much. And there's a quick way to adjust your W-4 to get some of that money back in your paycheck so they're not keeping it all year. And again, our savings goal is 20%. 20% is we pay ourselves as much as they take. So if they're taking less than 20%, maybe your saving goal will be a little less than 20%. But I like to use 20% as a standard goal to save at least 20% of what you make. And obviously the money we save will get spent eventually, right? We use this money for emergencies. We can use this money for any sort of trips, down payment on cars, or deposit on an apartment, or whatever we have going on. Also retirement. And if you have some investment goals and some ideas on starting a business, this is where that seed money comes from. So we're gonna pay ourselves first, then we pay everyone else. And we use these savings to either invest in our future, our family's future, whatever comes up, or just to cover emergencies so that you don't feel check to check every month. And then we're gonna break down the expenses. So first item, your rent and your mortgage. And I've broken down here kind of what that covers. Obviously it's your rent, your mortgage, your insurance, whether it's homeowner's insurance or renter's insurance. That's 25%. 10% for your bills. And we don't all have the same bills. It's varied person to person, but this is the section. This is some of the ideas of what a bill is. So your utilities, your internet, your phone, cell phone, your credit card, your streaming bills for, your Hulu, your Netflix and everything else. And then your tithes. Now, I'll stop here for a second because some people view tithes as optional. Some people view tithing as required. And if you're gonna stick to it, 10%, that's pretty much the whole amount here. So if you are a 10% tither, I would really take this money out of your savings. So since you're saving 20%, take half of those savings and do your tithing with that. Otherwise, if you're more like me, you just contribute a piece of what's in your pocket at the time. That's in this section for bills. And then your transportation. Again, everyone's different. You may have a car note. If you do, you have insurance and gas and maintenance. You may use public transportation or you may be on ride sharing services, but this is what transportation, that's 10%. And then your food and groceries, pretty self-explanatory, but really it's just your grocery bill, all your dining out, fast food, all of that is in this amount, 10%, $200 a month for someone earning, again, this is based on someone earning $12 an hour. In the last section, entertainment. That's your fun money. So I call this method a reverse budgeting because the way most of us budget is the government takes their cut. We don't actually save up front. We pay all our bills and we have our fun. And if we have anything left, that's what we save. And it's inconsistent. Some months we have something to save. Other months we have nothing. But this way, we're paying ourselves first. So we always have a cushion. We always taking care of ourselves first before we take care of everyone else. And what's left is what we use for fun. Now in this case, again, someone earning $12 an hour, based on his allocation, it's about $100 a month, about $25 a week to have your fun. That's your weekend money. And you can see out here for someone earning $15 an hour or $20 an hour, obviously it goes up, but we'll stick here. So that's about $25 a week for fun. And if you find that you have some slack, like your rent is not $500 a month, or your bills don't equal $200 a month, or you don't spend as much on transportation or food, hey, reallocate it. You can use some of that extra money for your fun, or if you really have some serious savings goals that are much greater than this 20% we're saving, kick that money into your savings account and start investing that money. And this whole budget idea is based on that we will spend or save or spend every cent. So we took our cut and this was left over of $1,241 and we spent every cent of that money. There you go, and that's your budget. And like I said, I have a couple other videos, you'll see them pop up here in a second, that will help you pay the government less in taxes, either through adjusting your W-4, or if you're ready to start investing, start looking into your 401k through your job or individual retirement account through your bank or brokerage company. And I have some really simple ways to either adjust your W-4 or start investing. All right. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the next one.